And the question that I'd like to address, if we could, is to what extent can the current 2010 Strategic Defence and Security Review build on the 1998 SDR, and to what extent will we work from a clean sheet of paper because of the many changes in the world that have happened since then? Jeremy, if I could ask you to address that question initially.
Thank you, Chris. I think it's problematic. A defence review occurs when the programme, the general programme, is unaffordable. So almost by definition, the existing programme model is broken. And in the case of the SDR, I would say that is self-evidently the case, and that any review that attempts to build on that is likely to make many of the assumptions that made and not challenge them adequately. So unless one is prepared to go back to a clean sheet of paper, there's a real risk that one will simply perpetuate the failures, which we may look at a bit later perhaps, of the Strategic Defence Review. But I think it's more difficult than that too. The defence programme, with the best will in the world, takes a long time to change, however efficiently one does it. So a review conducted in 2010 is really looking at a world in 2020 and 2030. And for that world, the Strategic Defence Review is probably out of date. Not only that, but the strategic scene changes quite rapidly. And this makes any fixed review also a poor starting point, in my view, for moving into the future. So I think one has to start with a fresh sheet of paper. One has to try and identify what are the enduring demands of the UK foreign policy, then examine which of them you're prepared to afford, and then from that deduce a defence stance. So my view would be fairly unequivocally that we can't build on the SDR in the way that some people have suggested, although we might perhaps learn some lessons from its failures.